appeal to the senses, what you smell, touch, taste, see, and hear. Don't show them how they can rent. Show them how they can live. You want to make sure that they come back to Stay Local.
Yes.
And they don't come back to Airbnb. Teryn.
Hey, how are you?
Nice to meet you finally. How are you?
Can I give you a hug?
Yes, of course you can.
Good to meet you.
Nice to chat on the phone
Have a
and
seat.
get to meet you in person.
Yes, you too. You too. I was just working on some rental stuff. So thanks for stopping by.
Happy to, and always want to learn more about your business.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
maybe what you can do is rewind the clock for me.
Okay.
Take me back to the peak pre-COVID.
Okay.
Of where were you at? What were you doing? What the goals were?
Sure.
What you were achieving? And then
Sure.
that dreadful second week in March, what happened?
Yes. I started the company a little over 6 years ago, and we were preparing for a lot of growth in 2020. I mean, massive growth. Bringing on, close to 100 plus properties was our goal for 2020 to manage. We manage vacation rentals. And then the second week in March happened. Everything here shut down, and within 48 hours, we lost over $2 million in bookings. And then as a whole last year, we lost close to $4 million in revenue. And so we had to furlough almost 19 employees.
Wasn't that the most painful part of everything?
Oh, it was awful. And it was all on Zoom because we couldn't be in person to tell them that we couldn't afford them anymore. And it was terrible. So it's like all the stuff that you worked so hard for and you built for, 5 years at that point, it was gone literally in a matter of 48 hours. We built out a commercial laundry facility in 2019. Again, preparing for the growth of 2020. We spent a lot of money to do that. And
that was your saving grace?
It was our saving grace last year.
You got in the laundry business?
We got procedures.
I would say all the people that work with me have all graduated cum laude from the University of whatever it takes.
I love that. That's how I feel
I'd
here
love
too.
to see.
Yes, please do. Please come
Okay.
and see. We would love to show you. So Colin, this is our warehouse and our laundry facility that we built out.
This is amazing. This is a
Yes,
huge operation.
It is a huge operation.
During all of this, what was that one moment when you thought to yourself, oh my God, how am I going to get to tomorrow?
This whole thing happened in March, and there were months where, it was like, okay, we got money to pay our mortgage this month.
It's
Okay.
a rental payroll, right?
Yes, it was like we had to, put all of our resources together to make sure we kept our house. I mean, it got to be that scary. And again, I'm so thankful for it all in this weird and crazy and dark way because it forced us into this new business.
So now you have an opportunity to grow this business and grow your short-term rental business. So Teryn, there's a lot of equipment here.
Yes.
Right? So clearly you can grow this business. What's the plan?
We built this out, and actually this month is the first month that we have broken even. We're gonna buy a $500,000 ironing machine. With that, we can go after the hotel business here. So we'd be able to get their laundry business.
Wow, that's really exciting.
I know.
Let's go look at a venue.
Yes, I will show you one of our properties. It's not far from here at all.
Well, this is very charming.
Thank you, I think so too.
Makes a nice first impression.
Good.
Well, this is certainly lovely, bright, cheerful, and very welcoming.
Good, I'm glad you feel like that because I think it is too.
What is the guest experience? Take me through that process.
Sure. Got their code, easy access to the home, try to make it as hands-off of a process as, because a guest doesn't want to be calling you all the time. Where's my code? Are you meeting me at the property? So that's easy.
Yeah, a well-informed guest is a very happy guest.
Yes, and our check-in instructions, we try to do that very, very well. So then they'll have this is their guide to the house.
Right.
It's a guest book. There's also a QR code so they can scan it with their phone and download the guest book to their phone if they didn't want to look through this, but it tells them everything that they need. We also leave a bottle of wine for the guest. That goes a long way. People really like that touch.
Especially after a long journey.
Yes, it's nice to crack open a bottle of wine and, it's a beautiful porch out there to sit out there. We do makeup wipes. Instead of people using our washcloths to get their makeup off.
Smarter and more efficient.
Yes,
and cost saving.
Exactly, and it's got a super cute little sign here, so it's not like, don't use these towels, so we try to make that fun. For us, we're We're really trying to brand our business. And so, just little things like this that show Stay Local, we're kind of a fun company. And so our little write-up there is kind of cute, and I think it really reflects us.
So this is really exciting. I look forward. Let's sit down and talk about some of the fun things we can do.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, this is all about the guest experience, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And your best marketing ability here is for people to use word of mouth and to talk.
Absolutely. Do you want to go sit on the back patio? It's
Sure.
super nice outside.
So, very exciting to see and take a snapshot at your business and see where you're at. And I think it's genius what you were able to do in pivot and get yourself to where you got to. And I guess you learned in the last year some of the most valuable lessons you've ever learned in your entire business, right?
Absolutely.
So I think from the business point of view, you really have tremendous opportunity. I think that you've done all the right things. You've got everything geared up, right? Mm-hmm. I think the big thing now is how do we engage, build, and grow?
Yes.
Right? So I would focus on the guest experience.
Okay.
Because you have the product.
Right.
Okay. And I'd start with how do we communicate, right? And the first thing I would say is your website.
Okay.
I think the website is really good. It does what it's supposed to do, but it's not sexy.
Okay.
Okay. It needs to be sexier, juicier, needs to draw you in. Just remember this. If they spend 10 seconds on your website, they'll stay.
Okay.
If not, you've got 10 seconds to keep them there, or they're going to move on somewhere else.
Right, right.
They've been there for 30 seconds, you've got someone captive. 2 minutes is a lifetime. You can close the deal.
Interesting, okay.
So like if I look at the front page of your site, because you have such a diverse portfolio of different properties,
right.
Instead of showcasing one property in that carousel slide that you have, maybe you should do 10 different properties, right? Maybe you take your best word of mouth or what the customers say about you. It's like more valuable than anything you can put a print in writing.
Okay, right. That's a
See
really
the candles lit, open the refrigerator, see it fully stocked, see someone having a barbecue. Don't show them how they can rent, show them how they can live.
Okay, that's really good.
How do you bring it alive,
yeah.
right? Anyone can look at the multiple listing book and see property after property after property, right? But you're selling a lifestyle. You want people to have a good thing. So, my tried and tested formula, appeal to the senses, what you smell, touch, taste, see, and hear. Right? So now how do we create those emotional connections? Because you want to make sure that they come back to Stay Local and they don't come back to Airbnb.
Exactly.
Right? Because that'd be much better for you. You make more.
Yep.
You could give them a discount for booking directly with you as well.
Exactly. That's our goal.
Okay, so then we need to figure out how do we grow that business.
Okay.
Well, Teryn, you're doing all the right things. You really are. And I think you did a brilliant job on the pivot. And I think implement these great ideas. You've got a bright future ahead of you.
Thank you so much.
And before I leave, first copy of the gold standard.
Thank you. So I've had an awesome day with Colin, and it was very eye-opening. It's been extremely eye-opening. He gave me a lot of awesome tips on how to enhance our guest experience. I loved his idea of the QR code where they scan it and it shows all the different delivery options that we could have in the home. We have the QR code right now, but we don't have that aspect of it. So I am excited to get back to my staff and make sure that we can implement these things immediately, because it's just going to help our guests have an awesome experience with Stay Local Nashville.
I think Teryn has a dynamic and exciting business. I think her story is very compelling. It's amazing to see what she went through with the downturn and how she was able to pivot and brilliantly start the laundry business. So as things start to come back, she's got 2 really strong revenue streams. And I believe by making the website a little more updated, a little sexier, and creating it a little bit more lifestyle driven, I think she'll be able to create very powerful emotional connections by focusing on the customer service. And this will be able to create amenities that don't cost her any money, but connect her with service providers within the industry in and around here. I know that this girl is going to do really well. And if she continues to follow some of the principles and ideas in my gold standard, she's destined for big success.